Happy to have joining us now here on the Illini Inquirer Podcast, Illini sophomore guard, Dra Gibbs-Lawhorn. Dre is doing a signing event at Game Changer Sports Shop on September 21st, this upcoming weekend. That's in Paxton, Illinois, where my first job out of college, Dre, was in Paxton, Illinois. So say hello to the people of Paxton for me this weekend. But hey, thanks for joining us, man. How you been?
Man, I've been great. How have you guys been?
Doing really well. We're excited to catch up with you. And I want to first start here, Dre. As a freshman last year, you joined an old team, right? The
Yes,
young
sir.
freshman coming to an old team. Take us through the journey of that season for you and what you learned from being part of a 29-win team that got to the Elite Eight.
I learned a lot, but the main thing I took away from it was kind of just the experience of it all. Especially getting as far as we did, getting into the Elite Eight. Like, there's this experience built up on top of that. There's a lot of old players in NCAA basketball, but what really matters is the experience you get. Like, there might be a lot of old players, but not all of them have went to the Elite Eight or got lucky enough to go that far. So, me being that far as a freshman, it kind of sets out.
I'm sure everyone wants to play more, right? So you probably wanted to play more as a freshman, but you and Ty Rodgers were the only returners coming back to this team. So can you take me through the offseason process and why you wanted to come back and decide to come back, for another year?
Mainly because the first year I just stuck with the process. I trusted Coach Underwood and I trusted the coaching staff, and by the end of the year, that got me to being able to be on the court during the most important time of the season. So doing that, like, I just really didn't feel like it was hard to put my trust back out there again and trust that they're gonna have me ready for this season as well.
Dre, how much did that help? The Morehead State game, you come in, make a couple of threes. That was a big value to the team. They're scuffling there a little offensively, and a close game in the first round. What did that mean to you to be able to do that, and what do you think that showed maybe for you?
It meant a lot to me. It most definitely boosted my confidence. It made me feel like I was meant to be in those type of situations. And so, like, now that I've been there and I've experienced that, when we get back to that situation, I'll have more confidence than I had that time before.
Overall, what do you feel like you learned from your freshman year? Jeremy mentioned, probably being around Terrence and Marcus Demas, some of those older guys. What were you able to take from them, and just in general, getting out there and playing at that level for the first time? What did you take away from it?
That you really got to work for. Like, people like Terrence Shannon and Marcus Demas, they'll be the first and last every day for practice. So, and not all of it is just working hard, but recovering and getting the body straight as well. But so, just watching those guys do that, you kind of try to just do the same thing and follow in their footsteps to a certain point in that. And so that's kind of what I've been trying to apply this year as
What is
well.
the off season? Yeah, what's the off season, Dre, meant to you? Like, what have you focused on as you prepare for a bigger role on this team, and what have workouts been like with all these new guys?
Workouts have been amazing. It's crazy how fast I feel like we've all bonded and just became brothers. So workouts are amazing. They're very up tempo, and just with my progression, I really just wanted to focus on adding some more muscle, adding some more weight. I feel like I've done a pretty good job at that now. So it's just trying to put it all together and just bring it all into one.
I know you have goals of making it to the next level. You got two guys you get to guard in practice, and Kasparis and Kylan Boswell, that people are on NBA radars, of course. What's that like for you? Like to get challenged by those guys, and for you to challenge them? What have those battles been like?
It's just motivating. I really feel like that's just really what it is. I don't really look when I'm playing against those guys. I don't really look at it like I really don't look at like the next level. I just look at where we're at right now and just where we're trying to be at the end of the season. But yeah, I mean, it's most definitely motivating for sure.
Dre, I know that last year you brought a lot of intensity and energy at the defensive end. What's that been like trying to, cut the water off of some of those guys in the backcourt and just those battles? Trying to make sure that the Kylan's not doing his thing, and same thing with KJ.
It's just I don't know. I really don't. It's just the same thing. I mean, you get a rush from it, kind of, but yeah, I mean, it's all evenly battle. We all battle. We go out to practice every day, and we just go at it.
I've been hearing you've been shooting the heck out of there. My source is good on that.
I've been trying to, been working on it.
What is your next step offensively, Dre? Like, what'd you learn about? I mean, you've been a lead guard all your life, right? And kind of an initiator, creator. What's kind of your role? What do you kind of see of your progress on that side of the ball coming in this year?
Really just whatever position coach needs me to play, whether it's the one or the two, heck, even the three, it doesn't matter. I feel like now I've just upgraded my game to where I could really play either sides of the ball, or not either side. Well, obviously either sides, but either position, off the ball or on the ball. So it's really just wherever coach feels he sees fit for me to be.
Obviously, this team is different with all the new guys on the team. So take fans in. What has this acclimation process been for you guys? You said you're close already. What's the dynamic like of having such a new roster, and how'd you guys kind of get that fit so early?
I don't know. It's just I can't even really explain it. It's just hard. But like you just gotta look at the type of guys we got. Like we got Ben, really big like Christian guy. We got two foreigners, and it's just like we got a group that's just like very diverse, But we all come together for the same goal, and then we mix each other's interests. And once you do that, it's kind of like it doesn't even turn into teammates. It's a brotherhood at that point. It's a family. So yeah, it's a really great feeling for sure. Having
Was there anything that
that.
Was there anything you could say or wanted to say about guys that maybe haven't played for Brad Underwood yet? Like you got that experience in practice that somebody that can obviously dial up the intensity. Did you offer any insights as far as that goes? Was there any value to you of having gone through that? Maybe some other guys haven't, obviously.
Of course, well, coming in, I always tell the guys that Brad's just a little bit crazy, bro. But it's all for, it's all for a good reason, man. He has the same goal as all of us, and at times he wants it more than us, which that shouldn't really ever be the case. We should want it more than Coach Underwood, but it takes that reminder to really like get practice going at times, or to just pick up the intensity. And so that's why I love Coach Underwood as a coach. He will never fail to light a fire under somebody for sure.
On the whole, what would you say that stands out about this team right now in terms of what you guys can do? What do you feel like the strengths of this team are as you're in the fall? I know it'll ramp up here once you really dive into practice and get ready for games. But what have you noticed so far that fans should know about this team?
Uh, I feel like just like last year, we're really deep. Like we have, like everyone can play. Like everyone can go and they can play, and we have a lot of shooters this year. And it's just, I don't want to speak too much into it because I really don't like talking about these type of things like without even getting into season. But I would say we got a deep bench again this year.
What can you tell us about Jake Davis? You got some history with him, right? Playing in Indiana
Yes,
together. So
sir.
I don't know if people talk about him enough, but you know him as well as anybody. So what's Jake Davis bringing to this program?
Man, Jake Davis is a guy that'll go out and do everything, man. He'll go out, rebound. If he gets the ball, push it coast to coast to get to an open guy. If he has a wide open layup, he'll take it. He's just, in my eyes, probably just the perfect basketball player. If you can even get close to that, like he's gonna shoot open shots and just shoots the shots he can make. Crazy. After every shot, he's following the board. Like he's just a really hard worker, And I've known that ever since we played together when we was in going into sophomore year. So. That's my guy, man. He's a true hard worker for sure.
What have the European guys taught you guys, and what have you taught them about America, whatever it is? I know those guys have probably played over here a little bit and played with some Americans, but what's that dynamic like? What are you learning from each other?
Um, just the flow of the game. I think when Tommy first got here, he thought he could still smack the ball off the rim, so we had to flag that a couple times. I think KJ look, he had a really good feel coming in. He kind of already knew all of the rules and stuff like that. So, but yeah, that was really Tommy's biggest thing was just trying not to smack the ball off the rim. But that was the only adjustments that they really needed.
Is there anything off the court that like you're learning from them or they're learning from you?
Uh, I'm showing KJ some new music. I'm getting him into it with the music. There's a couple songs he likes that I got on my playlist. And then Tommy's my guy. That's my roommate too. So I see him every day. I'm getting him in tune with the music and it's just the way of the life out here, man, on this college campus
What
life.
what's he like as a roommate? Because he's technically a freshman, even though he's kind of a 21-year-old here, right?
Bro, no, Tommy's really cool though. When he first got here, I would have thought he would be like a little bit more shy or just like like non-responsive, but he was just talking and just making jokes and just, you never expect that. I didn't expect that from Tommy anyway. So we kind of bonded like real fast as well.
Did you have to teach him about football? I know the fans have gotten excited seeing you guys walk around Lot 31 here recently.
Yeah, man. I don't know how much he knows about football, but he's there. He shows up. I think that's all that matters.
What have you seen from the football squad? How cool is that for you as a player? I know your season not yet here, but kind of getting to enjoy the environment of game day and support the football team.
Man, it's awesome, especially that win after Kansas, and then I heard someone told me we haven't won 3-0 in like 20 years. Is that true?
Yeah. 13 years. Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy. And I feel like, I was telling one of the donors that come to the Icon Collective things. I was telling them this. I was like, what's crazy is I feel like Illinois sports, like athletics in general, is just on the come up because you got basketball breaking droughts, football breaking droughts, just every sport in general is just like having decent seasons. So I feel like within the whole athletics of just, you feel me, the university, I feel like we're about to hit a spike.
As a kid who grew up in Indiana, and obviously the Hoosiers are a big deal basketball wise, obviously Purdue connections there. Like, what have you learned being here for a year, Dre? I mean, you committed here, so you knew something about it, but like, what stood out to you about Champaign and this Illini athletics fan base?
They're probably some of the most loyal fans you could ever come across. For sure, most supportive fan base I've ever came across for sure. And it's just everyone loves you, bro. No matter where you're at, no matter who you are, like everyone's there for you. If you support the Illini, man, or the Illini, I'm messing it up. But if you support us, bro, then it's like your family.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what I love most about it.
Dre, Kylan Boswell is a junior, but he's actually a few months younger than you. I think I looked that up this morning.
Yeah.
What's he brought to the team? A guy who's been through it a little bit at a high major program like Arizona. What's he brought to that group? What stands out to you about it?
He brings more experience. He's a nice physical guard. He can shoot the ball really well. He brings a lot of, like I said, just experience. So he teaches me like certain things about ball screens or coming off trying to make certain reads, and even like some of the passes you should make in certain situations. So having that experience of him being in college already for like going on 3 years, it's good for me, especially when we play the same position because I can learn off that.
You talked about Coach Underwood and his style of coaching. How's he made an imprint on you, Dre?
Um, I don't know. Like I feel like I was already built for Coach Underwood's coaching. I played for my dad when I was younger, and he would never let anything slide. I was always getting cussed out. He's in my face, like yelling at me, spitting. I'm like, dog, like, oh, I'm sorry, bro. But no, like playing for Coach Underwood, it's just like since I've already like went through that with my dad, it's nothing to me. Like it's just like okay, like you made a mistake, and this is what's gonna happen. It's not really to say, oh, you're a bad basketball player, you're not good. It's really to prevent you from making the same mistake again. And so that's really how I always look at it.
Dre, not to go have you just do the whole roster, what you think about each guy, but Will Riley, a lot of people were excited when he was added to the program, a 5-star. What have you seen early indications in practice from him?
That man, he'll just get on the heater. Like there'll be times where just no one could guard him. I'll see some moves and they're like, yo, like what are you oh man, good shot. I'm like, man, good shot. And it's just like when he's hitting things like that, it's not much you can really say. That's just the type of player he is.
Dre, what are fans going to see when they get you guys on the court? I know you got an exhibition. Let's go there. Like you guys are going to be tested in the non-conference. Like when you see that schedule, you guys are a talented team, but you got a lot of talented teams there. What do you think of that?
I don't know. I'm not scared. That's for sure. We're not scared. That's for sure. So we're ready to just take it on. Like people can't really go into these things thinking too much about it. It's just something you gotta go and you just gotta work through, work hard towards. It's not supposed to be nothing in life supposed to be easy, bro. And if you're gonna go and you get it the hardest way, then you're gonna have some of the most successful like in this case we'll have some of the most successful wins in the program history. Like it's just like it's so much at stake, bro. But it's like everything we want. We like that pressure. Like we don't when we feel pressure, I feel like we work harder and we just go a lot harder. So I'm not like I said. That schedule doesn't phase us. I don't think.
Dra Gibbs-Lawhorn signing event this Saturday, 1 o'clock to 2:30 p.m. at Game Changer Sports Shop in Paxton, Illinois, 222 Market Street up there. Tickets are about $35. Dre, what's it like to do some of these events, obviously with the NIL stuff, but also to get out there with the fans?
Man, it's awesome. Like I said, I love the fans. I love the like family atmosphere that's built around the fans, and so anytime I could be around them, it's always a vibe, bro. So if you guys are around, you must definitely come check it out. I love to kick it with you guys, man.
Well, Dre, thanks for kicking it with us, man. We appreciate it. Have a great off season. We'll talk to you soon. All right.
Yes, sir. You have a good one.